Greetings, Texas Realtors, and welcome to today's edition of Pass the Mic. I'm Cindi Bulla, your 2020 Chairman of the Board, and I'm joined today by Travis Kessler, your President and CEO, and our special guest, Donnell Williams. Donnell is the President of NAREB, the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, also sometimes referred to as the Realtists. Donnell, welcome. We're so glad to have you here today.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
So, Donnell, I just want to start out with a question to you about what is NAREB? What is its mission and its goal, and what does it do? Just share with our members.
Well, the NAREB is a wonderful, beautiful organization that serves democracy and housing and basically serves the underserved community. Gives a voice to the voiceless. We were the first fair housing organization. We are champions for democracy and housing. We've done everything from testify to Congress to come up to have input on governmental sponsored entities to be created, and we're very proud of our rich history, being started back in 1947, 73 years old this year. And we're very proud of the battles we've won.
So, democracy and housing. Talk more about that phrase and how it originated and what it means. And can you expand on democracy and housing for us?
Well, sure. If I were to say it in 2020 language, I'd say a fair shot. Everybody have a fair shot. In 1947, we weren't allowed Black people were not allowed to be realtors. Black people were not allowed to get FHA mortgages. We just weren't allowed certain liberties. I mean, the appraisals couldn't come in. You had redlining, so hey, we were treated unfairly. And back then, 11 guys and one woman got together and formed this organization and spread out across the country. We're concerned about serving the underserved market. We were at the table when Fannie came up with Home Ready, and Freddie came up with Home Possible, and things like that. So we have input still today with different programs that should come out, and that's what we mean by democracy.
Thank you for that, Donnell, and I'm glad you brought up the fact that NAR has really been working hard to strengthen our relationship and right the wrongs of the past. And we do know that we have a past history that we can't be very proud of, but we're certainly working hard and moving in a direction, hopefully, that can help right those early wrongs with regard to fair housing. So you had a report. It was the 2019 report out, and the name of that report was The State of Housing in Black America. And I know you're currently working on the state of housing in Black America for the 2020 edition. Can you give us a preview of what you think that report will contain?
I can. We're extremely elated and proud and excited about the State of Housing in Black America report, which we use the acronym SHIBA. SHIBA. So we're concerned because this year we used a new author. It's different dynamics. We released the executive summary, but the actual report is going to come out October the 27th at our second annual National Conversation on Black Homeowners.
You're going to need to tell us about this second annual conference.
Yeah, it's we've got some politicians. We've got, I believe Bakari Sellers is going to be, Bakari Sellers is going to be our moderator. We've got a bunch of different people in different fields, from our faith-based community to our political arena to actual lenders and what have you. So it's an action-packed. We've got some, ex-football players, people, some influencers. This is going to be action-packed. It's going to be action-packed. So please tune in. National Conversation on Black Home Ownership, and then after that, we're going to release our SHIBA report at 1:00 on the 27th of October. We're concerned about all facets of our community. Number one, our younger generation is not as aggressive in home ownership as they should be. There's a report out there, Freddie Mac, Urban Institute says, hey, there's 1.7 million Black millennials that make over $100,000 a year that do not own a home. That has to change. Black people, the fastest way to build wealth is through home ownership. That's just how the game is set up. We need to have home ownership. So if they're not enlightened about it, if they don't have that energy or that fire to purchase, because of whatever the reason, whatever the reason is, now we have to change that mindset. So we went into starting an initiative called HouseThenTheCar.com. That all of that is in the report. The age group that Black folks usually buy a home was of concern. 2 years ago, it was 45 to 48 average age range. Last year, it's 39 to 44. We're getting better. We're starting earlier, but we still need to focus, and then we need to have some conversations about planning, estate planning, wills, trust, probate, reverse mortgages, life insurance, those type of things. So we formed a committee called the Real Estate Opportunity for Seasoned Individuals, ROSE. So we came up with a bunch of different initiatives to actually engage the community. We went into our what I call our civic engagement committee, which actually put together different fraternities, churches, and Masonic lodges, and ELTs, and nonprofits, and civic, and NANS, and NAACP, and Urban League, and all these groups we compiled. So just to create the awareness and the urgency of home ownership.
Wow.
So all of that good stuff is in the report. I'm sorry.
That's great information for our members. Thank you for that, Donnell. Let's bring Travis in and talk about those coalitions and partnerships. Travis?
President Williams, thank you for your leadership in leading NAREB. You've done a stellar job in your leadership skills and what you do for this organization. So we applaud your initiatives and the direction with you as the leader of NAREB. So talk to us a little bit about the relationship that we have with our local chapters. And I understand we value and appreciate the relationship that we have with TAREB and the 6 chapters within that as a state chapter. Do we have a lot of members in common between the NAREB, TAREB, and the Realtor organization?
We have a decent amount of members in common, but NAREB is also comprised of everyone. When you look at the name, National Association of Real Estate Brokers, you seem to think like I did when I first thought, oh, it's only for brokers. It is not. It's compiled of salespersons, brokers, mortgage, loan officers, title people, insurance people, contractors, painters, everybody that touches real estate, homeowners, investors, everybody that touches real estate, it can be a member of NAREB. Just because it has brokers in the name, don't be fooled. And I think that discourages people sometimes. So I'm going to have to address that as well.
Absolutely. Well, we applaud your efforts in all of your initiatives. So what can we do as a realtor organization to partner and to have that and strengthen that relationship between our organizations?
Well, I'll tell you, we're doing, like I said, about HouseThenTheCar.com. We're moving that across the country. Before COVID-19 hit, we had a 22-city tour because we feel we have to get in and we felt we had to touch. Now, since the world went a little viral here, virtual, we have to, we're still going to do it, but we just have to do it virtually. So we would love to partner with your associations, with these folks who have become House Then the Car ambassadors. That's what we call them. And we have them all over the country. And if you all would like to partner up with them and whatnot and actually impact the community, actually, hey, let's talk about home ownership and let's put a plan together, because the website is unbelievable. You can find out your FICO score there. You can do your pre-purchase counseling. You can download your certificate. You can find out where your down payment assistance is and your zip code. You can pull your FICO score. You can do an online budget. So we have the resources are there. It's just about how to, communication. So we're looking forward to partnership with SAR on doing these initiatives, especially House Then the Car.
Absolutely. And we certainly look forward to strengthening that relationship and working together in the collaboration of the efforts that we can do as partners together in this industry. So we really wish you well with your conference, and we certainly look forward to to the housing report that will be published at the end of October. We certainly will publish the website, the information, and look forward to distributing the information and your 2020 housing report that we will have from you. So thank you for joining us today. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
To work with you as the national president of NAREB. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure meeting you all.